shotgun. McCarthy. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Nick Bolton has it.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
All set to go now from the 35. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And those running lanes are closing up from the start thing. He sells it just a yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. It looks like we can call it back 4 yards in the end. That was Jonathan Allen on the tempo.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Yellow.
They'll go, it's Mahomes. Throwing to the back of the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down.
This is one of the toughest tests yet of this game for the defense so far, Kate. Boy, not only did they hold up, but they turned some momentum with that interception in the end zone.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Second down carry for Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Give left side to Mason. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Drew Tranquill brings him to the ground.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds him over the middle. Takes another one. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So first down from the 41. Now it's McCarthy. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Second and 10, McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
McCarthy's pass intercepted. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. So we get some extra help with that return. And after the interception, they're going to be down inside the 40.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
First down throw, Mahomes. Sends this to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
It's inside the 10. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 3-possession lead.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas
Butker
City.
on now to kick this one away. Felton now to return this. Jukes away from one. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Completed over the middle. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. We've set it down from 37.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. Dose of the hurry up here.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Cut out left. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Working quickly here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Drops back. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the 2nd half. And the Chiefs cover up the kick. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Each of these guys on this hands team, well, they're handpicked, no pun intended, for the assignment. And they need the guys out there who could always be relied on to go bring in that onside kick without incident.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me? What's going on, guys? Let's go.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Blitz coming. Mahomes. There's a screen set for Pacheco. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. On the pistol, here comes Pacheco. They'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs make it a 24-point ball game.
Chiefs 24, Vikings nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Felton now to return this. Dancing past him. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful out.
At their own 19-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. I'll start with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 19-yard line.
Here's the backup. First throw. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
To throw on 3rd down. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 22. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down. A gain of 22 yards.
Running right, this is Jones. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done. In the red zone on 1st. Lateral goes haywire. It's out. And this one kicks out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but a tough spot now after a massive loss.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. To throw is Wentz. This is a heater going deep. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Leo Chanel makes the play. So get it inside the 45-yard line before the return goes out.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Smith on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
Straight ahead, it's Brown.
33-yard line.
And he gets them the first. Not the biggest game on the reverse, but it got what they needed.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's a Chiefs 1st down.
I'm may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Yellow.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Vikings 12-yard line.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Chiefs football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th. Second and 6 coming up here.
Yellow.
Play action, Mahomes. And he's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Pierce up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs continue piling onto this lead.
Vikings nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for
Butker
Kansas
on
City.
now to kick this one away. Felton now to return this. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And that makes it 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Fight on these two. That's a lot each. Fight.
To the air, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. Has some space inside the 15. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs are running them out of the building. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again.
38. Vikings nothing. Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's out a little short of the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now here's Wentz. Fits it through the middle. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs have it again after yet another interception. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Dumped off to his running back. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stops.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Mahomes. Jump off, caught by his back. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs put this one away a long time ago. We're going to pass it here. Dumps it off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over us.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Setting up the screen. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Third down, it's Mahomes. Look at that power, deep left side. It is caught at the 20. And they are all the way into that red zone.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Let's go on, 80. Listen.
From the red zone now. Right back to Worthy. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage.
And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Chiefs throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tack on 7 more to their lead.
45. Vikings nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Felton now to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Throw left side, brought in by Hopkinson. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
1st and 10 at the 43.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
46 down, man. 5-4. Here we go. On.
Wentz set to pass. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Here we go. Back, man.
Wentz to throw. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have 1 more play left in a game that's already decided. Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick is good, so no time left. They at least put another 3 on the board, but things still ending in a tough loss. So scoreless, a win for the Chiefs. And it was a maestro of a performance defensively, limiting them to only 1 field goal. Playing shutdown football like that, Brock, it is no surprise they came away with the win. And I think you'd agree, we see some more lockdown football in their future. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.
NBA sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Hey, Ron! Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now Lawrence. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the rookie from Colorado. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, 83 yards. And the Jaguars march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Rodgers. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
A gain of 12. First down, Steelers.
Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got it at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 35. First down.
Warren will try the right side. Gets around him. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They run with Washington. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Gainwell is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Now Washington. Well, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Muscles by at the 25. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the red.
Lawrence. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A gain of 17.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
First down.
Let's go.
10 at the 34-yard line.
Son. 11.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man, it's Hunter. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
2nd and goal.
Go,
At
Red,
the
23.
11-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically thinking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to let it go again. And he rifles one incomplete. Now a second and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Screenplay, here's Etienne. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good for our Jaguars. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
Let's go.
Lawrence will throw. It's caught at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play.
I think this defense is still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 73 yards. And the Steelers get a bit closer. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Hey, Ron.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And Thomas has it. Pushing his way through. And here a juke. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, a 20-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. kick this one away, and off it goes. Fighting his way through contact.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Has some space here. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Racing to the end zone. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jaylen Warren, 81 yards. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47.
Hey, son. Take right open.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Hunter with his second touchdown here in this first half. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Jaguars 42. Steelers 21. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Rodgers going to throw. Completes it to Austin. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
All right, let's go. 11.
Now Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Etienne up the middle. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Red on red. Hey, tomato. Sink right open. Red.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Lisa 24.
Second down and goal. Lawrence. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Hey.
On third and goal, Lawrence. And he's got it. It's Thomas. For Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
The Jaguars will line up for the two-point conversion.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he is into the end zone. So they get two more on the board here just before halftime.
Steelers 21.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. A quick throw there is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, it's Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, 76 yards. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
All right, let's go.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing now is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
And a Steeler first down.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a play fake. Rodgers going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Son. Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Hey, I'm gun.
Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
57. Steelers 28. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive will have the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunate for them, have to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders?
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Here's Lawrence. Got him in. It's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
They go play action with Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Looking deep downfield. This will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Go, go, let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
30 left. Darn, this is hot.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like they've marched to the end zone, has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Hey, Lion.
Lawrence will throw. And he is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Hunter, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 46.
Hey, Ginger, tight.
Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, up big, with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
On first and 10, it's ETN. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, kill. Hey, easy. Ralph.
to throw. Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Hey, go!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jaguars start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Steelers 35. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns in the matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
78. Steelers 35. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A gain of 13 yards.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Green 18.
Rodgers going to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
26, back north. Look at this.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
13, Luke. Silver.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame. His nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He was...
And got his man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 49 yards. And the Jags continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, a run with Gainwell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Rodgers now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for the most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest.
Cam Little on the kickoff for the Jaguars.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.